So what does it really take to build a happy, long-term relationship? We're going to break down some practical secrets because, as you'll see, it's way less about magic and a lot more about, well, maintenance.
It's the question we've all asked at some point, right? Is there some secret formula for being happy with a partner? And the answer is, yeah, kinda. But it's probably not what you're thinking. It has nothing to do with grand, over-the-top gestures or finding that one perfect person. It actually all starts with a really simple but powerful shift in how you think about it.
And this is that foundational idea. A happy relationship isn't something you just stumble upon or find. It's something you actively build. You have to maintain it every single day. The responsibility for its health and happiness, that rests on you and your partner. Think of it like a shared project. So how do we do that? Well, let's get into the first principle.
Okay, first up, we have got to talk about expectations. Every single one of us comes into a relationship with these ideas that we've picked up from movies, from books, from what we see around us. And a lot of the time, there's this huge gap between our romantic fantasies and the actual day-to-day reality of being with someone.
We might expect this constant movie-style romance, but a real partnership is built on something so much deeper. It's built on mutual respect for each other's feelings and needs. Honestly, it's not about the size of the gesture, but the genuine thought and care that's behind it.
Take this story, for example. There's a husband who just doesn't care about Valentine's Day. It's not his thing at all. But he knows it's really important to his wife. So what does he do? He makes the effort to get her a rose. See, he's not doing it because he suddenly loves the holiday. He's doing it because he loves her. That right there is respecting someone's feelings in action.
All right, let's move on to our second principle. And this one is all about protecting your relationship from the outside world. And let me tell you, this can be one of the trickiest parts of being a couple.
We're constantly surrounded by noise, right? Opinions from well-meaning family, little comments from friends, not to mention all the pressures from society. Somebody might question your partner's choices, or your dynamic as a couple, or how you do things. And all that external stuff, it can plant these little seeds of doubt and create conflict where there really doesn't need to be any.
So the crucial takeaway here is this. Your relationship, it's a space for two people, full stop. The moment you let a third person's opinion, whether it's your parent, your best friend, whoever, start dictating your feelings or your actions, you're compromising the strength of your bond. The only opinions that truly matter are yours and your partner's.
Okay, this brings us to our third principle. This one shifts the focus from the external world to the internal one. It's all about the energy you cultivate inside the relationship, day in and day out.
It is so easy to fall into the trap of nitpicking, isn't it? Complaining that there's a little too much salt in a meal your partner just spent time cooking for you? That kind of criticism, especially over tiny things, it just erodes your connection over time. So what's the alternative? Well, focus on the effort. Appreciate the fact that they cooked for you. Always be on the lookout for the good.
At the end of the day, it's so simple. Everyone thrives on appreciation. Positive words, genuine compliments, those are the actual building blocks of a strong, loving bond. When your partner feels seen and valued for what they do, they feel more connected to you. And that creates this amazing positive feedback loop.
And finally, let's talk about the big picture, the journey. For a relationship to really thrive long-term, it has to evolve. It has to grow into something much more than just that initial spark. Think about your relationship as a kind of progression. It usually starts with attraction, right? That initial chemistry. But that's just step one. For it to last, that attraction has to mature into genuine respect for who they are as a person. Then, that respect deepens into real understanding, knowing their fears, their dreams, what really makes them tick. All of this is what leads to a powerful, lasting bond that can pretty much weather any storm.
So building a happy relationship isn't about some magical, complicated formula. It's about taking responsibility, managing your expectations, protecting your bond from the outside, and focusing on the good on the inside. So the real question is for you, what's one small thing you can do today to actively maintain the most important bond in your life?